picnic area, the parking lot. Well, like I said, that was Egbert, then we turned on to Dunham. So now we're going to be coming up. Here's the road that's closed. Yeah, so this is Tinkers Creek Road. Yeah, it's just called the Hemlock Creek Picnic Area. This little road here, the police station is actually back in here too. So, but this river here, I'll show you once the sun comes up. It's a really nice spot for the sunrise to come up. But you can get a good picture of the river. This is a pretty decent area to hike in the mornings. It gets a little bit busy. A lot of people take their dogs here to walk. There's a little waterfall over here. But yeah, a lot of people take their dogs for walks here. I see when I'm fishing here, normally there'll be a lot of people. But nobody here early this morning yet. So I'm still gonna put my waders on just because I want to take it down to past a couple of the little waterfalls I'm gonna be at. I want to see how far we can get. Probably cross the creek and then walk a little bit further down, see what's down that way. So let's get dressed. Hip waders on. Whew. Whew, that's cold. Yeah, they're doing the construction over there now. I'm not going to be doing any coffee or anything either. This is kind of just a little walk to show you. Other places to hike around here. Full moon, so it's actually, you can't really tell, but it's decently bright out right now. All right, start walking. Kind of see it on the bottom of the screen here. Oh yeah. Yeah, she's going good this morning. Another thing I forgot to mention is that there is actually a bunch of horse barns around here. So you might actually see some people walking their horses along this trail. So that's pretty cool. I've never met anybody dangerous or anything back in here. I usually come here in the morning when it's super early and dark, so I have more time to fish. So you should have nothing to worry about. Wow. I'll show you this. This is one of my this is another really good spot to get some pictures. Yeah, I haven't seen it like this in a long time. All that snow that melted plus all the rain. The sun normally comes up through the trees. Makes for really good pictures in this area here. There's an opening where I'm standing at. Normally over there, there's a decent amount of deer that are cool to watch. Right across that way, and the river just flows all the way down. Sometimes when it's low, you'll see a couple of them crossing this river together, which is cool to see in the morning when we're fishing. Like I mentioned earlier, I do fish here quite often. I've caught one steelhead in here. That was, geez, maybe 5 years ago. I've only caught one. I have heard other people catch a couple, but I mean, those are generally harder fish to catch anyways, so there might be more. I've just never had any luck. I've caught a catfish, a lot of bluegill, pretty much for the most part. There's rock bass, smallmouth bass. Smallmouth bass are usually pretty good here around April. Also, watch out for horse poop. There's a lot of that, and you really can't miss it unless it's in the dark. So just watch for that. Yeah, that's pretty much it. There is a cool little spawn that happens at that first spot that we were just at, and I have a video I'll put up after this. There's some sort of like a sucker fish. I'm not sure the real name. I'll figure it out. I'll put it up here. But I mean, there is, I don't know, maybe between 20 to 50 different fish going against the current, and they'll just stay in the one little area where the water's really rushing. They'll sit there, then they'll just kind of shimmy. I'm not sure if they're laying their eggs at that point, but it's cool to see. I used my GoPro before, and I had it under the water, and I actually saw them. So like I said, I'll put the video up real quick here. Okay, you can start seeing better now. it's really pretty down here once that sun comes up. Judging by how high the water is and how fast it's moving, I am not going to go down the river like I said I was, because I don't want to chance it. I think I'm going to hold off. Normally you can walk down here and then it bends to the right. Never seen it this rough before. Along the trail, both ways, you'll see a couple different splits in the trail. Either one leads back to the parking lot area. So normally I take the left just because it's along the river. And you never know what you'll see. So normally across there, there's usually a pretty decent amount of deer. Nothing today that I've seen yet. But yeah, as you can see, the trail is pretty muddy. So plan for the worst. They also have this marked. It's an out and back trail. So once you hit that last waterfall that we were at, that's the end of it. So out and back, they have it marked at pretty much 1 mile. There's only one, not even a big hill, it's a decent hill towards the end there. but everything else is pretty much flat. There's some roots, a couple maybe small trees that had fallen you may want to watch out for, but nothing too crazy. Definitely a nice, fun, kid-friendly trail too. Just watch them around the river, obviously, down through there, and then up here there's a brick wall that is forming the river up here, so it just drops, so watch out for that too. Then we're coming up to another one of those forks in the road. I'll show you here. So I took the one that was closest to the river. And then you saw the last trail there. Split off differently. This is where that one ends up. And then again, either take this one, it'll just go straight to the parking lot, or the one close to the river, which I normally take. So you're allowed to have the horses on this trail, but as you can see the sign, no horses on this trail. So if you have a horse, don't go this way. But you could take the trail back that way. They're all marked. All right, let's go see what we got up here. Here's the first fall that we came to this morning that it was too dark to see. All right, so we're coming up. Oops. We're coming up to the end of the trail here, and they've actually come a pretty long ways on the wall that they're building up along the river here. Oh, still don't see any cars in the parking lot, which is real surprising. It's a pretty nice morning after all the rain we just had, so it's nice to have it kind of cool down and have the sun peek its head out. I'm actually going to run up to the lookout point after this. Check out the sunrise. Yeah, so there's the wall that they're building up. It's just a minor detour to get around to the lookout point. It's worth it though. All right. Let's head back to the truck. Let's go check it out. check out the lookout. All right, this lookout point, it's pretty bare today. It's fall. Well, not fall, it's winter, but really not much to look at, but it is still cool to come and see. You can see the Tinkers Creek where we just were. It's actually flowing from here. Nice morning. You can see down there. I caught it at the end. I don't know if that was a bald eagle or not. I don't think so, but yeah, it may not be like all the other big national parks, but definitely worth coming to see. Still has its views.